Hey, sis. This is Maya Lynn. Welcome to May 2nd, 2022. This is your business startup coach and founder of Womb. So I hope you're having a great Monday. It's an absolutely beautiful day today, and I am super excited to jump on live with you this afternoon with some really cool information and some pretty exciting news as far as I'm concerned. Some pretty exciting news. And just to say, hey, so we have made it through April, and here we are, second month of the second quarter of the year, and hopefully you are rolling with your plans for the year, really starting to hit those marks and really starting to build the things that you are trying to accomplish, the things that you're trying to accomplish for the year. And so one thing that I have really been wanting to do is to really make sure that I am one live on a regular basis. I'm just this. I always encourage folks to go live and Maya, maybe you need to take your own advice. Look, I love being able to reach my network and say, hey, on all different platforms, all at the same time. So I definitely will plan on going live on a regular basis. So you can catch me Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. As we have conversations for our startup sisters. And these are startup strategies for serious startup sisters. So I'm thankful to be able to come and just share my story and share some strategies that I've used over the years, not just to help myself grow my business, but to help other women who want to be able to leave legacies for their family as well. And just to start their businesses, start their journey to entrepreneurship. So I'm coming on live today for a very specific reason, not just to introduce my 6 p.m. lives. And shout out to the network for giving me the suggestion of 6 p.m. I was like, what's the best time for me to be able to go live and connect with folks? They're like, yeah, 6 p.m. is pretty good. So we're going to stick with 6 p.m. It works perfectly with my schedule as well. But really wanted to talk today. I've been trying to make some decisions for my business as to who do I really want to serve in my coaching realm. For those who know or have been following me for some time, you know that I am the founder of Womb, Women-Owned Minority Businesses, absolutely extraordinary organization of women entrepreneurs. And so I've really been heavily delving into that for the past couple of years. But there's always this coaching side that pulling me back to, we're working with so many incredible women entrepreneurs, but there's so many other women out there who want to be able to do these things and just don't have access or don't know where to begin or just overwhelmed by resources. And, that's where all of this started. That's where before Womb, even really before Llama, even before my tutoring company, I was helping people create business plans. I was an English teacher, and folks always come to English teachers for everything that's written. It doesn't matter what it is. And when my first couple of friends came to me with a business plan and they just needed help with the verbiage, I was like, absolutely. And then I ran with that idea and made my poor students, they got all my ideas, but decided to do some mock businesses with a group of students, about 117 students actually that year. And so I really familiarized myself with the whole process of business planning and helping them go through it. And I just fell in love with, man, look at what we can do. Look what we can create. We're being able to, take these ideas and bring them to fruition and really help other people do the same thing. And so, I went from doing mock businesses with my students to actually being able to help people with their business plans. I matched up with a friend of mine who handled the financial side, and we were able to help quite a few people get their businesses started, and I just let it grow from there. And so over the years, I've done, the Black Business Boot Camp, the Business Birthing Blueprint, which is, something I'm always going to have. But I had to start thinking about, who specifically do you want to serve in this realm, and who is it that you can understand, and understand their struggles, and understand everything that they're going through, and understand why being an entrepreneur is so important, and why being able to create your own legacy is just so important. Hey, Corey G. Hey, G Dub. Thanks for jumping on. And so, it's interesting when you start to ask the right questions, how those answers are revealed to you. And it's come to me so many different times in so many different ways, who my audience really should be, and who my audience really actually has been all along, without me specifically naming, my audience. Now, for womb, we're pretty specific about our audience. I mean, it's literally in our name: women own minority businesses. But I did not have something, I was not that specific with my coaching business. And so, I always tell folks, I'll help anybody who comes to me. And I still believe that I'll help anybody. If you're serious and you reach out to me and you want to start a business, I'll help anybody who wants to start. But where is my passion? Who is it that I know that I can relate to in a way that them starting a business is not just about me getting a paycheck, or just about them putting something out there and being able to say, hey, I helped that person, but really completely with my heart and soul being behind them and starting their business. And I thought about an experience I had, way back when I was doing some network marketing, and I had an opportunity to see Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad guy, right? Robert Kiyosaki, live, and he asked all of us a question, and he said, right now, just off the top of your head, right now, if you could do anything, what would you do that would feel that would make you feel like you're not even working, right? It's just something that you're so passionate about that you would even feel like you were working. And in the space that I was in at that time, being a single mom, struggling, trying to figure things out, the first thing I wrote down was I would help other single moms like myself figure out how to financially take care of their families in different ways, right? So that was the first clue. And then I thought about, and for those of you who may have read my book, um, What's Your Oil? Where I had this epiphany at a prayer breakfast, learning about the woman, the widow and her oil, and reading about this woman who was not married. Her husband had passed. She had two sons, and she was flat broke, and she was trying to figure out how she's going to be able to take care of her family. And the prophet Elijah takes her through this whole thing about the oil. So if you've never read that story, Second Kings, fourth chapter is absolutely incredible. But then I saw myself in this woman, like this single woman, two kids, flat broke, just trying to figure it out, right? And then I've recently had some run-ins with some other ladies and who were single moms, and talking about what they need, and what their struggles were. And then I went to church. And our pastor was talking about your purpose, and really recognizing, what is your ministry? Like, who do you want to serve? And the first thing that came to mind was the fact that I just want single moms. I just want to help single moms, right? And I guess it's because me being a single mom, and me you know what? I kid you not, I feel like I'm trying not to tear up right now. But me being a single mother, and struggling for so long, even with a great job, even with benefits. Because I was a teacher. It's not like I had some minimum wage job. I had a great job. I had two college degrees. We had benefits, so it's not as if the struggle was just so dire. But you know what? I was still at the end of the month, like, my money and my month are not matching up, and I couldn't do everything I wanted to be able to do with my kids. And we had those days where I'm making decision on what bill I can pay, or the days where, I'm sending my kids off to stay at a friend's house because our lights are about to be turned off. And, so I got to tell the boys, y'all gonna have sleepover while mom's trying to figure out how to pay this electric bill. I had those days. And so I know the struggle, and it's not that other people, like single women or married couples, it's not that they don't have that struggle, but it's a very unique struggle for single parents. It's a very unique struggle for single mothers to have all of that on their shoulders, to have the act as the role of both parents. And not that I would ever replace a father, but still having that responsibility of both parents on your shoulder, and having to be able to figure out everything, and wanting to be able to do so much for your kids, and just the frustration, the long nights, the tears, the arguing with the hiding from bill collectors. All of that it was just a reality for me on a regular basis, until I found entrepreneurship, until I understood, hey, I don't have to struggle this way. I couldn't go out and buy, get a second or third job. Like, daycare it just wasn't possible. And I know it's a struggle for so many women. And so, you know what? I said, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to, bring back this part of my business, I really want to make sure that I am helping single moms find their gifts, and helping them recognize their talents, recognize their skills, and to understand that you can monetize anything, right? You can. I think I posted that article from the woman, the founder of what's that? Bumble? No, not Tinder. Bumble. I think that's what it's called, something like that. The dating app, right? She wrote an article and just talked about you can monetize anything. I'm always shocked to hear about the different ways people make money, the types of businesses they have. But if you have a gift, if you have a talent, if you have a certain skill set, and you're not using it in a way that's going to, take care of you and your fit, that's why it's there. That's why we're given gifts. That's why we're given talents. They're not, I fully believe that God does not give you a gift or a talent just for you to just to have. It's intended for you to be able to take care of your family, right? It's that thing within you that has been given to you to have the life that you're supposed to have. You don't have a talent by mistake. And so I said, I was able to take the things I love. I was able to take, the skills that I've learned over the years and monetize it. And it's completely changed my life. And I have these strategies. I have all these things that I know how to do. Why in the world would I not share them with the people who need it as much as I did? The people who are experiencing the exact same struggles that I experienced, and then some. There are single moms out there that are struggling in ways that I didn't even struggle. And so, what I'm doing, we're going to start off with some free trainings. Yeah, I know. I think my coach just probably, I'm about to pull something up for y'all. My coach just probably had a nervous breakdown because I said free. So we're going to start off with some free webinars. I'm going to be doing these on Thursday evenings. Okay. Thursday evenings around 7:00. Not around 7:00, at 7:00. Starting a webinar series. And we're going to start off for the month of May. So for every Thursday through this month, starting this Thursday, at 7 p.m., I'm going to be doing a webinar, workshop, webinar, whatever you want to call it, called Single Mom, Double Income. And it is going to be completely free. This is not something I'm charging for. This is a free webinar workshop. Let me make sure I put free registration there. A free webinar workshop, Single Mom, Double Income. And basically what I'm going to be talking you through is, one, understanding how to recognize which talents or skills or gifts that you want to, because everybody has more than one, right? So which one do you want to monetize? And I'm going to say which one, right? Because look, we all have a tendency, sisters. We want to do everything. We want to start all the businesses, right? But we're going to work on the first one, right? We're going to work on getting that first skill, that talent, that gift monetized. And so we're going to decide, okay, which one do you want to do? And then we're going to go through the planning process. We're not going through, if anybody that works with me knows, I'm not going to help you start a business that we're going to start tomorrow. I want you to understand the importance of planning for your business. Those who plan to succeed, right? So we want to make sure that you are starting off on the right foot. So for every Thursday this week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I forget I got to say that now. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a workshop called Single Mom Double Income. And we are going to be going through the process of recognizing which talent, gift, skill, whichever one is going to be the best one for you to monetize, and then the process of getting it started. It's probably going to be about 90 minutes, anywhere between 75 to 90 minutes. I don't want to say an hour because I talk a lot. I just talk a lot. And because we're covering these two areas, because we're covering both the recognizing the talent and the gift, and we're covering the process, I know it's going to take me a little bit longer to go through everything, but it is going to be 90 minutes that is so totally worth it. You got to make sure that you're participating. Okay. So if you are a single mom and you have not started the business, or maybe you're a single mom and you have a business that you've never done a business plan before, it's not growing the way you want to, you probably should relaunch it, or probably should take yourself through the planning process. Then definitely make sure you join us. If you know a single mom who is just wants to have something to do, for herself and for her kids. She might be working one or two, maybe even three jobs, and she's like, how does this end? What can I do for my family? Send her this information. Y'all can help me out with that. Send her this information. You're going to go to Maya Lynn Harris. That's me. MayaLynnHarris.com/plan and just register for the webinar. It's a Zoom registration. You're going to click in, get your name in, get your info in there, register for this webinar. We are going to have we're going to have a great time. I love, getting people excited about their future, excited about what they're able to do for themselves and for their family, excited about the legacies that they can leave themselves and the families and their communities. And I really just want to make sure, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and following my path and helping moms just like myself, be able to create the life that they want for themselves and for their family. Okay. So you're going to go to, again, MayaLynnHarris.com/plan, register. I'm going to be talking about this all week. I'm also going to talk a little bit more about my story, and kind of how we ended up here. And again, if you haven't read, guys, if you have not read, whether you're a Christian or not, I want you to read this anyway. If you have not read 2 Kings chapter 4, I'm gonna put this in. I'll make a banner out of it. 2 Kings chapter 4, and just read the story of the widow's oil. Right? It's such an incredible. If you're a single parent, read this story. I don't care if you're a single parent because you're just single. You're a single parent now because you're divorced. You're a single parent because you're, a widow or a widower. Just go and read 2 Kings chapter 4. It's not a long chapter. If you haven't read a Bible in forever, that's okay. It's not. It's a great story. It's a great story. And it's the basis of, like I said, it's the basis of my book, What's Your Oil? And so I'm going to talk a little bit more about that this week, and really, why I've decided to go in this direction. But I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to meet the single moms I'm going to be helping over, the next, for however long I'm supposed to be doing this, right? And again, you're going to go to mylynnharris.com/plan and just register for this Thursday's webinar. Share this info, and let's make sure that our families are taken care of, that our families have a solid ground, our families can enjoy the things that we want to really have them enjoy. You'd be amazed what an extra $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 would do in somebody's life. And there's a lot of people who, we talk, when we talk about entrepreneurship, lots of times we're always talking about, got to get that 6, 7 figures. You got to get 8 figures. How to become millionaires. Who's going to be the next millionaire? But how many single moms are like, yo, if I could just make a couple extra $1,000, like that would be great, right? We got to start somewhere. And I think that's the beauty of working with folks who are startups, is that you got to start somewhere. There's just so much power in making and for other people, it may just seem like nothing, but for that single mom, an extra $1,000 a month is life-changing. Okay. Extra $2,000 a month is life-changing. $3,000 a month, she's about to quit her job. So let's get on the road to being able to have these just empowered women who the world wants to always have something negative to say about single moms, baby mamas, but guess what? There's so much power in you as a single mom, and I want to help you take you on that journey. So again, go to mylynnharris.com/plan. If you're not a single mom, but you know one, share this video with a single mom who might be ready or even thinking about starting a business. Have her come check out our workshop on Thursday. Again, it's completely free, and she can at the end she can say, no, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, or I want to do something else, or she can say, you know what, I'm ready to do this. So thank you so much for joining me, for those who joined me live, and thank you so much for who are watching this in the replay. Give me a hashtag replay if you're watching this in the replay, and I'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Good night, everybody.